Chris Vaughn from the Black Shirt Security. Once again, it's a kind of card I think, why would anybody want that? April, now she definitely had to be one of those girls that danced on the stage, because I don't remember her for anything. And Lollipop, coincidentally, was another one of those girls who danced on the top of the stage and didn't actually really wrestle that much, if at all. Maybe she had a match with April at some point, but I don't remember it. And yeah, Scott Hudson was a thing in TNA for a little while. Nosawa, that's interesting. I guess that must have been during one of the World X Cups. I'm going to look at that one to see what it says about him, because TNA is not really what he's known for. Hailing from Japan and a huge fan of the Insane Clown Posse, Nosawa is an international ex-superstar who is making huge waves in wrestling. He made headlines in 2003 when he competed in the Super X tournament. Alright, but I would say, generally speaking, when you think Nosawa, you're not thinking total non-stop action. Maybe back then, it was his biggest exposure in the United States. Although, the fact the card mentions the Insane Clown Posse makes me think probably not. He probably did some Juggalo Championship Wrestling shows back then. Like Raven, for example. These days, I think he's better known for writing comic books and doing a podcast than doing any actual wrestling. The Monster Abyss, however, is still very much a part of TNA, as is his lawyer alter ego. There's a card for America's Most Wanted, the team. Don West, occasional videos for them on YouTube, shilling his brown bag specials. Laz. I don't even remember Laz. What was Laz? What did he do? Laz is a true fan of Britney Spears. He appeared on broadcast dressed as his favorite female singer. Okay, I watched early TNA and I have no memory of this guy doing that, so it must have been even earlier than when I started ordering Wednesday night pay-per-views, and I have a feeling that gimmick was a huge flop. Maybe somebody that I know from the wrestling community can tell me more about Laz. Maybe R.D. Reynolds or Blade Braxton wrote something about Laz. Maybe Aria Whitner would remember Laz from covering those early TNA pay-per-views. Somebody's going to have to fill me in on Laz, because I just do not remember Laz at all. Let's do another pack with the phenomenal AJ Styles on the cover. This one has Athena. Now that is a repeat, I'm pretty sure. And we got Glenn Gilbertti and David Young as a team. I don't think anybody cares about that. We've also got Mike Tenay, no longer with Impact Wrestling, but was a long-time play-by-play commentator. And we got Jerry Lynn, one of my favorite independent wrestlers, a former Ring of Honor World Champion, huge fan of death metal music. Nice picture of him there on the back. And also a really nice guy. No kidding. Got a lot of friends who are friends with Jerry Lynn. And some in Texas and some in Florida. Back to Harris and Storm. Well, now I got a duplicate April card. And yes, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, was a part of TNA. Sadly, he is no longer with us. Here's a Simon Diamond card. Woohoo. And a Kid Cash card. He still wrestles occasionally, but not for Impact Wrestling. Okay, here's a pack with Raven's scowling face on the cover. Boy, doesn't that make you want to buy baseball cards, kids? Somebody scowling at you. And here we have Kevin Northcutt from the Red Shirt Security. Yes, they had two factions of security that fought with each other, as absurd as that sounds. Oh! And look what we have here. My random insert autograph card is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Holy shit, that is pretty fucking sweet. And we got a Sinn card, and we got a Sandman card. So, I'm going to put this AJ card in a protective sleeve right now. I don't want this one to get smudged up, so move these tattoos, put this over here. These are supposedly PVC and acid free, so man, that one card alone is worth whatever I paid for the box. That is pretty freaking sweet. Okay, the tattoo in that one, for the record, was Conan, who at the time was part of a team called the 3 Live Crew, and since then has gone on to be a director of talent for various Lucha Libre promotions, and some of the promotions don't like some of the other promotions. It's a whole thing. Scowling Raven turned out to be pretty lucky. Let's go with him again and see what we get in this next pack. So, split that open. Probably not going to get another autograph card since it's only 1 out of 24 packs, so I don't think I'd be lucky enough to get 2 of them. America's Most Wanted. Frankie Kazarian. He's in Ring of Honor now. And Ron Harris, the brother of the aforementioned Don Harris, and a solo card for James Storm. The tattoo in this pack, coincidentally enough, AJ Styles, so put that one up here. Pack with NWA TNA World Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles. Next we have Chelsea, who I don't really remember much about her in TNA. Another AJ Styles card, this one not autographed, of course. Chris Vaughn from Black Shirt Security again. And BG James, no longer with TNA, now a producer for WWE. Here's the Black Shirt Security. If you really wanted a tattoo of that, that is available to you. And what's in this pack from Raven? Oh, another Dusty Rhodes card. Rick Santel card again. Yeah, the duplicates are starting to... Oh, I got 2 Rick Santels in one pack. As I'm just talking about duplicates, everything in this pack is a duplicate, including Frankie Kazarian. But 2 Rick Santels in one pack, well, so much for the not random numbering, because if that was the case, you wouldn't get 2 of the same guy in one pack. I think even in my Animal Crossing packs, I never got 2 of the same card in one pack of 6. And this is a pack of only 4, so to get 2 Rick Santels in one pack of 4 cards is... Boy, if you're a little kid and you were opening that pack... Well, let's assume, A, that a little kid would actually be watching total nonstop action wrestling, which their parents probably wouldn't approve of, nor pay the $9.99 a week for, so that idea is bogus. And then if they were, and they were fans enough to get the trading cards, would they really want 2 Rick Santels? I don't think so. New Japan and WWE, AJ Styles definitely did. Although, he was a very prominently featured wrestler on Impact and TNA for many years, and was definitely a reason to tune in, and there he is again. In 2 different variants. 2 AJ Styles cards in one pack. Now, if that name seems familiar to you, let me read the back of his card and you'll see why. One of the biggest and baddest superstars to ever step foot inside the squared circle, the powerful Samoan entered TNA in 2003 and immediately formed an imposing tag team with Sonny Siaki. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And there's Michael Shane, who was a protege of Shawn Michaels. And he was a pretty good X Division wrestler back at this time. I enjoyed his work. Oh, what was the tattoo for this set? Let me put this pack to the side and I'll tell you. The tattoo for this AJ Styles double pack was Sonny Siaki.